Hi world, it's Shannon Marie, and it's August 16th, 2015. It is 9:28 p.m. Sunday night, and I wanted to come back and make another video about what Ascension is. So, yeah, this is basically why I'm alive. Ascension is why I have made my clothing line. Every design has to do with ascension in some way. The purpose of my YouTube videos is for the purpose of ascension, to assist humanity through this process. Now, ascension is a planetary phase. So it's like ascension is a combination of both death, the death phase, and the life phase. Ascension is essentially our planet Earth and humanity living on her. We are shifting into higher positions in our galaxy. I didn't read this in a book. I didn't have anyone tell me this is what's happening. But heaven has been teaching me things and guiding me through my life since I was a little girl. And I'm now 31 years old. And when I was little, heaven would tell me, and at the time I didn't know that it was heaven speaking to me. At the time, I was told when I was little, consistently, I just thought everyone had this, so I didn't know that I was any different. I literally just thought everybody had this. Like, everyone knew this about themselves, too. So that's why it wasn't weird. But heaven always told me that the world would be looking to me one day for answers at a time when no one had any. And that was weird, the weirdest thing ever, honestly, because I felt so insignificant as a child growing up in my family circumstance. That molded a lot of who I ended up becoming, how I felt about myself. But that's a topic for a different conversation. But I do want to talk about ascension today. And I want you to know that I have no motives in this. And I understand now that I've invited everyone in to my world, into my life, into my heart, and essentially into my soul. Because on my YouTube channel, at the end of my day, I come here and I just talk. I open up myself to this camera. And I'm sure there are some people that are going to be like, she's making all this up. I appreciate that. That's giving me a lot of credit. I don't even know what I'm wearing tomorrow. Okay, so it's not like I put all this thought into this. Like, I'm a smart girl, but don't give me that much credit. Really. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Okay, so let me just get to the really good part. So heaven's been talking to me, and I'm very connected to heaven. I'm very connected to the universe and nature and plants and animals and our Mother Earth. And I understand I wasn't always this person. I had a spiritual awakening in late 2010, early 2011, where I literally woke up out of a deep spiritual sleep. And at the time, I didn't know what was going on. And if you look at the below video, my Kickstarter video, then you'll see at the end of that video, I talk about my spiritual awakening and how I was then guided, heavenly guide. I didn't even know it was heaven. I just knew that familiar voice that always guides me, and that voice that always seemed to be right even when I made wrong decisions. I'm like, damn, I should have listened to that really good advice, because I wanted to figure it out on my own and do it my own way. And I got burned All those little times I tried to do it my own way, or it took 10 times longer. Had I listened to that intuitive voice in my head, in my heart, my intuition, my feelings in a moment, I could have saved myself all that energy and all that pain and heartache. But we come here to learn lessons and experience and go through stuff, and we make it out at the end a better person. So that's a little bit of background. So let's get to Ascension. What is Ascension? So our planet is in a very critical, crucial, very important phase, a planetary phase, where on December 21st, 2012, our planet, Mother Earth, passed through the center of our galaxy. And the center of our galaxy emits this beautiful high vibrational energy. Pure God energy. God's energy came to this planet in a new way. Like a lot of his, not his. It's like so ingrained. And by the way, God is not a guy. It's a perfect blend of masculine and feminine. And at that point, it's not even that anymore. It's just, like, that's just what it is. It's not even identified as half masculine, half, like, it's so high vibrational, it's not even identified as a sex. Identifying it as a sex is lowering conceptually. Do you know what I mean? Like, not everyone's going to understand me. And that's fine. But some people will, and you'll get it. So, okay. So, God is real. Heaven is real. And we've been disconnected from God. Our planet is energy. Mother Earth is alive. She's been disconnected as well. And every human living on this planet has been disconnected as well. So it's like this. So this is Earth. Our beautiful Mother Earth. Okay? That's her. And then this is us. Living on her. Okay? This is me and you. This is all of us living on Mother Earth. So by nature, we radiate God. We radiate the spark of the divine. Every living thing, including planets, plants, animals, rocks, they're all alive. They have life, consciousness in them. It's real. And if we're God, we're divine, the creator, the center of our galaxy, the source of all life in this galaxy, the source of all life. We are that. We're a little piece of that. And by nature, Mother Earth radiates so bright. And we all have, like, okay, we go to college and we choose a major. Every living thing has a purpose. So, as a soul, when we're in heaven, what do we want to do next? Do we want to go on this side of our galaxy and do this? Do we want to go help here? Do we want to just chill in heaven? Like, we had a hard life this past lifetime. Let me just chill, like, hang out with my other passed away loved ones who are also in heaven. Like, this is not fake. We were all meant to believe that this, what I'm saying is like fantasy land. And the fact that we were taught that is even, it's so representative of the fact that all of this truth has been ripped from us. They don't want us to know this. But honey, I have arrived to remind you that this is truth. This is the truth. Not depression, sadness, joylessness, stress, trudging through, just getting through the day. That's not your natural state of being at all. But that's where we were. We're not there anymore. So embrace the new. And I'll continue explaining. So by nature, we are here to radiate God's light. We've been disconnected. Now there's a small group of people on the planet who want to disconnect us and who have done everything in their power and taken other people's power and used it for their own good to try to disconnect us, okay? Mother Earth radiates by nature. I radiate by nature. You radiate. That's your natural state of being. But this small group of people want this planet and they want us. They want us to be energetically there so they can do as they wish with us. And if you notice, most of the planet is theirs. And these humans don't even know. They're stuck in this rat race. They don't even know. Getting up, going to work every day, watching CNN. Like, oh my God, it's so devastating that people are so stuck. But it's okay. Like, it's just time to wake up now. That's it. That's all it is. It's just time. So wake your ass up, humanity. Get up now. Come on. So that's why I've been making YouTube videos for the last year. I've just been guided to do it. Just guided to like share these very spiritual, like I know it sounds crazy to probably like half the people. Probably more than that. I know, I get it. I could look crazy for a minute. That's totally fine with me. Because I know that there are people that understand me. And we have the same life. And you get everything I'm saying. So it's worth it to validate you. So we can continue to grow in this consciousness. We're growing. Our planet, the energy is growing. It's becoming brighter. So, okay. So, our natural state of being is to radiate God's light, the spark of the divine that we all hold. But we've been disconnected. This small group of people have done everything they can, from shifting how and what we eat. So every sense, every element of us as humans has been manipulated and targeted to lower our vibration. So we're not radiating as high, because when we are radiating at a high vibration, we are on the level of heaven's vibration, and we connect to heaven and universal truth. And then they're no longer significant, and they look stupid. Like, when you become conscious, like me and my friends and like other new age spiritual people, you understand, like, they are so desperate. It's so sad. Like, you guys have nothing really even on your side. Like, God's everything, and you guys are nothing, and you're just trying to, like, how they shifted religion, what people think religion to be. GMOs, vaccines, television, the media, all the corporations are owned by the same people, financial system, the governments, what we believe space to be, it's not real. Like, there's us as light workers, light beings, we're up against so much. But it's okay because so much of God's light has come here. The environment is now supporting this shift. So let me just get to the story, okay? All right, so our natural state of being is to radiate God's light, the spark of the divine. And I made that little video. You can see what I'm talking about, okay? We all hold the spark of the divine within us. So that's our natural state of being. But this small group of people, okay, they've done everything they can to disconnect us. And they've essentially created a force field around our planet to block God's light from coming here. The Matrix. I haven't seen that movie, but it's like an actual matrix of like energy web. And then like harp, vibrate. It's like an energetic war. We by nature, we want to vibrate so bright. They're shutting our shit down. I can't be cussing. I can't cuss. They're shutting us down in every way they can. And for so long, it's been happening. But on December 21st, 2012, so much of God's energy came here, we all started to wake up. Slowly, some quickly, energetically, we started to get more light into our bodies. So we're radiating out more, and we're connecting more to God and the universe, literally, and nature and Mother Earth. It's beautiful. So, by nature, we radiate, but they built this thing around the planet. Okay? I'm sure it sounds crazy to most of you. But I'm sure there's a part of the vaccines or like the government, how corrupted from the local level all the way to the top, or the financial system, or 9/11 being not terrorists, or ISIS being a CIA created group. Like, there's so many things, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. By nature, let me just put this out on the table. By nature, I am someone that just wants to believe that everybody has good intentions for everyone. If you know me, like, you know that to be true. I give people chances. I want to believe that you would never do wrong. But at some point, we have to stop being naive, though, and, like, get with the program. And I also want to note, too, that it's important, yeah, we're having this conversation about the dark forces versus the light forces. God being light forces, and then people working for God underneath are the light workers. And then there's the dark forces. And the fight between light and dark in the Bible, that's like the final fight between light and dark, being in Revelations, this is right now. Because we're shifting from the old to the new. The dark wants to stay and keep control. And the light said, no, not anymore. You're on hospice now. Your time is almost up, honeys. So let it go. And a lot of those people are coming to the light. Because let me just go, because 17 minutes, I'm sorry. But this is a good story, though. Like, I could talk about this forever, but let me just make it short and sweet for you to get it, and then we'll all go to bed, because it's like 9:45 at night on a Sunday. So they've done this, and they've also done things to close our own energies off individually. So on a mass level, they've done it, and on a smaller scale, they've done it. And this is all stuff the heavens taught me. Okay, individually. And it's validated with all the information that's out there. And my spiritual friends, we all know what's going on. Okay? So there's actually, like, we have a team of positive energies. Like, imagine that little devil and the little angel. That's literally what it is. That's like a representation of energetically. The light forces, we have our spiritual guides, our higher self we're always connected. We just have to be conscious of that connection. And heaven tells us, like, go right, go left. And then you're like, oh my God, had I gone right or whatever, you know, the way that you normally go, but you listen to that voice, you went this other way, there was a big accident right there. Or like for me, at my high school, this is just one example of like a million I have of my intuitive thank you so much moments. So in high school, I was like I went to class every single day. I never missed school. But one day I'm like, hey mom, I don't want to go to school today. And she's like, why? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I didn't even lie. I'm not even like, I don't feel good. Like, no, I just don't. Like, I just don't want to go there. She's like, okay, I respect your honesty. You're always at school. Okay. Long story short, I was like just laying in the bed. I wouldn't even sleep. I wasn't even like, let me just sleep in. Like, that's not what it was. She comes into the room just 20 minutes, 30 minutes after school started. She's like, oh my God, Shannon, I'm so glad you didn't go to school today. I'm like, what? Why? She's like, some kid just shot himself and killed himself in front of your school. And because my stepdad dropped me off every morning at the same exact time. If I was 1 minute late, he left me because he was like very regimented. So I knew what time we left, what time I got to school, every day. There was never a surprise. So, and she knew, we all knew our schedule, right? So she's like, had you gone to school today, you would have gotten dropped off. You would have been walking right past him because it happened at the flagpole. You would have seen this happen. He shot himself. A lot of my friends saw this happen, and they've never been the same. That's just one example of our intuitive voices. I had no reason to stay home. Not one reason. Other than my intuitive voice telling me, it's probably best you stay home today. And I know me, I'm so sweet, and like, that would have ruined me, seeing that. How do you make sense of that? Like, I don't even know how to begin. It's just like so out of my league. So that's just my point. That's our intuitive voice. So we've been disconnected from our source. And imagine source is up here, okay? Wait, I should do it here because there's more space. So here's source, okay? So God's light naturally comes here. Comes here, we all radiate, we're all thriving as humans, you know, being guided by heaven, living out our missions. It's amazing. But they blocked it. They're like, you're going to be ours, you're going to do what we say, you're going to think how we want you to think, okay? But now, on December 21st, 2012, that's when all that light came. And more light's coming here. And that's what ascension is. And imagine this. So, on Earth, okay, I'll just show you this again. On Earth, currently we're living in the third dimension. And ascension, we are ascending into the fifth dimension. And the Bible also states how, and the Bible is not always it's not 100% correct. I'm sorry for those of you that like live it day to day, like your days, every moment of your days live by the Bible. It's not 100% correct. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm just telling you what heaven has. I hate this part of the conversation because I know so many of you are driven to God and the Bible and religion, and that's like your truth. But it's just not as we all know it to be. So I'll just say this. So in the Bible, it mentions how heaven will be created on earth. It's real. It's true. So we are at a time now when we're shifting from the physical third dimension, duality, light and dark, truth and lies, love and hate. Okay? Duality. Lies exists here. Darkness exists here. Corruption exists here. Okay? Manipulation. Mass manipulation exists here. All these things exist here. But in the fifth dimension, this is 3D, right? This is the third dimension. All these things exist here. I just wrote 3D in the middle. It's looking a little crazy, this picture, but you get it, right? 3D. We're currently here, where all these things exist here. But in the fifth dimension, imagine this being heaven. Imagine this being, sorry. Whiteout, you save the day, honey. So imagine heaven being all, so this is earth, the earthly realm. Imagine this, or that could be heaven. Yeah, this is all heaven, out here, for the sake of this picture. And this is only light. Love, truth exists here. This is the fifth dimension. We're shifting here. So all the government corruption, all the lies. Queen Elizabeth there was a video of her doing the Hail Hitler thing. No one's talking about that. When she was a little girl. Like, I don't even want to get into that, but the truth is coming to the light. There's a video of Queen Elizabeth. There's dark forces and there's light forces. The ones that are in power, for the most part, are not. I hate this part of the conversation. I hate it for many reasons. I'm not even going to get into it. The point is, we're shifting. And how also in the Bible, this is another truth in the Bible, how Jesus is coming back for his perfect bride. We need to clear our energy fields. Clear it. Because darkness, negativity cannot exist in this new place, in this new dimension. We're shifting from our physical bodies into our light bodies. Heaven. In heaven, we don't have bodies. There's no point. Bodies are so 3D. In heaven, we're light. Everything's light and love and truth. Here, we're shifting from this to this. Energetically, we're shifting. This is ascension. Okay? So, this is why I'm alive. This is why I made my t-shirt collection. This is why I started a company. This is why my Kickstarter campaign is alive in the way that it is. This is why I made the Spark of the Divine video. This is why I made What Are You Radiating? That video. That's why I'm doing this. This is why I'm alive. Heaven sent me here. I'm here to teach you heavenly things. And I know I sound crazy to a lot of people, and that's perfectly fine. But to those of you who understand me, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. And it feels so good to be... I am going to post this on Facebook. I wasn't going to, but I absolutely am. For once in my life, I feel like I can just... I feel like I can just share my purpose. Because it's not just for me, it's for you too. It's for all of humanity. This is a real thing that we're experiencing. Okay? This is real. And if you have questions, ask me. If you're going to be rude and disrespectful, don't do it. But if you get me, if you want to get this, if you want to understand it better, please, I'm here. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to go. Now, it's almost 10 o'clock at night, and I haven't even posted my Kickstarter thing on my Facebook, so let me do that. I think I'm so nervous to, really come out to the world, though. I know this sounds crazy, all this stuff. It is. It's taken me a long time to get here. I know it. It's taken me so long to get here, to learn heaven's lessons, to learn how to listen to heaven, first of all, to identify, to learn it, to embrace it into my life, and now to share it. Now I'm going to share it. And this is one of the first times I'm actually going to share this with people outside of my spiritual friends. And there's been a few times I've met friends or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I make YouTube videos, and I just test the waters and just see. I don't tell my real friend, I don't show my real friends my videos. And I test the waters, and every time I would show anyone any videos, I would never hear back from them. Because I get it, who is this girl? They have no frame of reference. What are you talking about? Heaven, you talk to nature. What? But now that you see my Kickstarter campaign, I illustrate in the Sweet Collection story, Pretty Exclusive, the Sweet Collection. That's the story. That's the story. And I just will continue to explain more and more so that you guys understand, but just know, I live for this. This is real. I live for this. Every day I wake up, I go to bed, I live for this. And if you don't get it, that's fine. But if you do get it, please just talk to me. Let me know you get this too. So, I did not plan on crying. Absolutely not. But we're all in this together, whether you know it or not. So, for those of you who are not here yet, that's fine, but just know that there's a group of us that are here, and we're working hard and diligently so that when you do get here, we can assist you. Because things are changing. And one day all of the truth will come out in a big way. All of the government corruption, every crime against humanity will become, it will all come to light. All of it. So, until then, me and my little light workers, friends, we will continue to gather and heal this planet and bring our light and shine our light as bright as we can, because we are medicine for this planet and for you. And you don't even know it yet. So I'm done, and I'm gonna stop crying. Okay, so I am posting this on Facebook. And hi, welcome to Shannon Marie, the real deal. This is the real me. This is the stuff I think about all day. This is the stuff that makes me go. This is what drives me. This world, this life, this spiritual life, I thrive here. So, welcome. Come into my world. This is our world, really. Alright, I love you. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post my Kickstarter campaign on Facebook now. Like right now. Right now. It's 9:59 p.m. on Sunday night. I'm gonna post it now on Facebook. So you'll see now. World, Shannon Marie. I now introduce myself. Heaven girl. Ascension girl. Here to teach you about ascension. Alright, I love you. Oh, and I'll say this in closing. So our physical bodies are adjusting to all this light coming in. On 8/8/8, August 8, 2015, a lot of light came here. And I was working, it was last Saturday, and I felt all this energy, this high vibrational energy, and I was just energized. I was like so clear. Now when we have a lot of God light in us, we are just, our potential is realized. Like we get a bump of energy, creative energy, like we become our true selves when we hold more God light. We can meditate and bring more God light. You can bring God light in as you're driving to work every morning. I bring God light everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I leave a trail of light behind me. And every place, every person I speak to, I make them better. I give them God light, healing God light. But I want to just say this. So I was at my cousin's party last night, his wedding party, and one of my aunt's friends was going around giving massages to everyone. And it was actually cute because my cousin Steven was standing behind me. His wife Charlene was sitting across the table. And my aunt's friend he'd given me a massage, he gave my cousin a massage, the other part. So now he was at Charlene. And so Charlene was looking at Steven like, what? Like, who is, because she didn't know who he was. He just came up and started doing it. Long story short, so he asked me, he's like, Shannon, who is that? Like, touching my wife's shoulders. I'm like, oh, he's Aunt Gloria's friend. Okay, so later that night, so he was going around giving everyone massages. So he was rubbing my shoulders, and he was like, oh my gosh, Shannon, you are so tense, like, right here. He's like, how old are you? He thought I was 19. He's like, I could tell you were not 19 because you are holding so much stress. And then he goes up here. He's like, actually, it's in your jaw. Like, something is not aligned or something. Like, you gotta, like, stretch it out. It's like, there's so much tension here, and it's, like, trailing down. So I'm just saying to you, there's physical things going on with our bodies that are now speaking to you. When you get ailments, when you get headaches, when you get anxiety, there's a reason for that. It's not just random. So I'm just saying to you, as we are ascending, it's fun, it's light, it's amazing. Oh my God, all this God energy. I don't know how to, you gotta like learn how to accept it physically. And most times when the light's coming in, the light's just coming in and your body knows how to adjust. But there are times when your body it stops you. Like when all that light came in on Saturday, I didn't know that there was a big influx of light coming in. I had no idea, but I felt it on Saturday, and then I felt Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling all these things. My appetite's gone because in heaven they don't eat, and it's like we're becoming more heavenly, literally, and we're becoming like heavenly beings, literally. We're holding more God light. So how we used to be, we can't eat as heavy, can't eat the heavy foods, fake foods. We need fresh, whole superfoods. And I was like, there. That's a whole different story. But I've been realizing that ever since the weekend, I was shifting. I was different. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, on Saturday. And then I saw on Facebook, everyone's like, 888, meditation, all the energies coming here. I'm like, holy shit, oh, shit. That's crazy. I felt all these changes, and that's what it was. I felt the energy Saturday. I felt all the changes after that. And then I found out that something big did happen on Saturday. So physically, stuff is going on with us. And I didn't realize I do hold a lot of like tension here, and it like radiates down. The problems, like, how do you say, it's like it's like a chain effect, you know? Like something tension here, it's like he's like all this like naming all the muscle or whatever, and it's like causing tension all the way down. And it's true. So when you have aches, pains, or whatever, just be conscious. Start being conscious of your intuitive voice. And what are you like instinctually feeling? Just start getting in touch with that, and I'll end on that note. All right, I love you, and yay, this is nice to like be myself. I feel like a flower that's just like open now, you know? So exciting. I've been waiting my whole life. Ow. I've been waiting my whole life for this moment, and it's here. Okay, I'm gonna go. Love you. I'm gonna post my Kickstarter campaign on Facebook. Okay, bye. Love you. Bye.